Yeah, it's so hard because, when you have some success, people think that there's some kind of formula. And so when you ask me about, did I plan? I didn't plan anything. I planned to go to law school. I planned to get out of law school. And then I practiced for 9 years with my godfather, and I found myself in a niche in the gaming industry. And then I found myself in a niche in the electronic payments business in 1997, early days of the internet. My friends started a company based on an idea that I had, and they were very successful with it. So it made sense for me, rather than sit around, billing time, I could join them in this business that I had basically started with them. So, yes, my career has touched many areas, but I can't say that, many of these moves were planned in advance. I don't play chess, but I do know that chess players plan like 3 or 4 moves in advance. So that is absolutely not the case in the planning of my career or my life, for that matter.
So for you, it's checkers, not chess, and it worked out.
For me, it's opportunism. I think checkers is probably more opportunistic. Obviously, it's a more simplistic game. It's more opportunistic, and the other is more strategic. And I think, if I want to, if I want to exaggerate, I could just go back and say, oh, this was all part of some strategic plan. But if I want to be honest, then I have to say, hey, listen, for sure, I put myself in a position to meet the right people at the right time. I watch a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk's, TikToks and videos, because I really believe that he has a real understanding about being opportunistic, and being entrepreneurial, and being social, and being emotionally intelligent, and taking advantage of situations. And so I don't know him. I mean, we have common friends, but I really think he's got a good handle on not taking yourself too seriously, but making sure that you're near every open door so you can peek inside and see if that's the door you should be walking through or not. And if you walk through the wrong door, then make a decision to get out and, and get into another one.
For sure. And you kind of touched on it in the Forbes article. You said almost exactly what you said here. Successful careers do not simply occur out of singular events. It is through various random and unpredictable circumstances that opportunities arise, and it is up to individuals to make themselves available to seize them. Do you? I think that kind of applies, especially right now with COVID happening over the last 2 years, in terms of people having to create new opportunities or adapt to make brand new ones. Do you kind of think that that has something to do with, or do you kind of think that has to do with things that are going on in the world right now in terms of adapting?
Yeah, I think that there's been a huge change in so many areas right now, including work, workplace. Lots of people leaving their jobs because they were unhappy, or lots of people finding some other activity that they can do either on their own. There's probably never, not probably, there's never been this many startups, never been this much venture capital raising. People are really kind of pivoting and changing the idea of what they thought their career was going to be. I just did a podcast with two great guys that Zach will know, Maxime Lapierre and Guillaume Latendresse, the other day. And I'll say the same thing to Zach. So my career and Zach's career are totally different. Zach is one of the best in the world at what he does, and only the best in the world get to the level of playing in the NHL and playing in the top league in Germany. In what I do, you don't have to be one of the best in the world. You have to have luck, good fortune. You have to meet the right people. You have to be in the right place. So Connor McDavid's the best hockey player in the world. It's not because he knew someone or he went to the right cocktail party that he ended up Connor McDavid. So people like me, people like Zach have to outwork everybody, and their talent will rise. And they'll get recognized. They'll get drafted, and they'll become pro. People like me have to depend a lot more on luck, happenstance, and kind of being in the right place at the right time. So there are people smarter than I am that didn't have the same luck or opportunity. There aren't players, better than Draisaitl that just no one recognized how good they were. That's very rare that would happen. Probably doesn't happen.